Jai Hind. So let's wind up our interview series. Uh, Now, the interviewing officer may ask you one of these situations uh, on a particular parameter that he feels need to be probed a little more, right? Now, suppose he wants to see your sociability thing. He may give you a situation. Maybe you've taken your college friends and gone for a picnic. You are the in charge of that entire batch made by your principal, and outing is for uh, 2 days, and it's a mix of boys and girls. There are three girls and five boys. Now, at the end of your 2 days, when you're supposed to come back, a boy and a girl, they say that we don't want to go back and we would like to stay here for some more time. So, what do you do? So, you may kind of give out any answer to that. You may say that uh, I would try and convince them that this is what we had come here for and we should be going back. But he may say that they are not ready. They're saying that you people go back, we are not going. So then you may have to try and convince them as to it will not show very nicely on all of us because we had come with a purpose and we had come for a particular time, and now the time is up and we should be going back, right? So and so on and so forth. Or he may give you some other situation related to some other situation, right? So that way he will try and probe you a little. Now this happens like in interview, you are asking a situation which is primarily a major part of the psych test. Similarly, if you see the GTO, when he takes you for the command task, what does he do? He generally asks you a couple of questions, which forms kind of a mini interview. Now he is trying to take a glimpse into the interview part of the SSB testing. So this is inbuilt into the system, right? It's not kind of interfering, but still that is how the system has been made. Okay. So whatever situation is asked, you are supposed to answer that in detail to the best of your ability, covering all the essentials of the problem. Correct. Now he may ask you that, okay, you belong to, suppose, say Dharamshala. He says, if I want to visit Dharamshala, how should I work it out? You may have to plan a trip for him. You may have to kind of see that how many days he's got, what will be the mode of travel that he would like to adopt. Will he be driving down? If the distance is too much, can he take an aircraft? Where can he land? Where can he stay? You may like to offer your own house, which possibly he will not accept, but as a courtesy you can do that. And then you'll have to make a plan as to what all is there in Dharamshala and how many days will it take, and then is coming back. So that will become part of kind of how to organize a particular event, right? Or it can be maybe you have to kind of get into an altercation or fight with somebody, and how do you come out of it? So there can be n number of situations on which he can ask you depending on how you performed in the interview, and on a specific part he wants a little more clarification, so he will do that, right? And having gone through this particular phase of your interview, interviewing officer will ask you as to, what are your weak areas and how would you like to overcome them. So this again, if you see, is related to the psych test. What he is asking you here, that is basically to see that you are in a position to introspect yourself, you understand what drawbacks you have, and if you've understood what weak areas you have, how are you planning to overcome those weak areas, right? So the purpose of asking is only this much, that are you aware of what weak areas you have and are you taking care of that or no. And let me tell you, gentlemen, these areas should not be fictitious. So genuinely analyze your personality and then give out whatever you feel is genuinely your weak areas. Most of you end up giving communication as one of it, fair, just to fill the number. If you want to give communication skill, do it. But if you say my communication is weak and then you speak very fluent English, so then that doesn't support, right? Actually speaking, we are more interested in personality related traits. Maybe somebody loses temper, somebody is a bit lazy, you feel a little shy, don't interact with others, or it can be any of these. But do give out a genuine issue there, right? uh, and in the end, he would ask you, do you have any questions for him? Now, if you ask a question, you don't get any additional points. And if you do not ask any questions, still you do not lose any points there. But if you genuinely have a question, then you can ask him, because interviewing officer is always in civil dress. You may not know which regiment he belongs to. You may like to ask him which regiment he is from, or any other genuine question that you have. So there is, but you can't ask him how was my interview and whether you passed me or failed me, because obviously that is not the correct question to ask. Correct? So he would try and answer whatever you have asked to your satisfaction, and then he would bring it to the close saying that it was a wonderful interaction and thank you very much. So then you get up, politely thank the interviewing officer and go out. So that's the end of your interview uh, session. Correct? So this is how the entire interview at the SSB is conducted. I hope you've understood the nuts and bolts of it, and it will help you. If you like the video, do share it with your friends and also press the like button. Thank you very much. And from now on, we will start the GTO series. Thank you. Jai Hind.